Yo, what's up everybody? Victor Fantastic, your mans, because I'm definitely not your boy. All right, we're going to talk about the law of attraction today. I know I haven't done a video in 3 months. I'm back. I will be more consistent, but there's only one guarantee. There are no guarantees, but that is my intention to do videos back to back to back. I finished up my formulas. This is complete. I'll tell you about this at the end of the video. You might want to check it out. So the law of attraction. Why am I talking about the law of attraction? Well, I'm talking about the law of attraction because it's a spiritual law that governs our universe that's always been around, like physical laws, like say the law of gravity, Newton's law of gravity. If I hold my formula up and I let it go, it must fall down, right? So that's a physical law. It doesn't respect me. All it knows is gravity knows to pull stuff down, right? That's what gravity does. If it's light like a feather, it's still gonna fall, but it's gonna fall a little bit slower. Now, why am I talking about the law of attraction, on the best version of yourself channel? Is because it's foundation. Not only is it historical foundation, but it's actually real time, right now, present time, active foundation. And once we have that foundation, we can stand under or understand everything going forward. But in any case, the law of attraction was really brought to the public and highlighted to the public by this documentary in 2006 called The Secret by this lady named Rhonda Byrne. And for me, it's near and dear to my heart and such a blessing because I got to meet most of the people in that documentary. Circa 2005 to 2008, I was actually ushering when I was in Hollywood acting, and when I wasn't on set or something, I would go in on Sundays and usher, volunteer and usher at the spiritual center, which is such a blessing to have that honor to serve people, to be of service, to others at that capacity. And at any case, in 2006, that documentary came out, and Reverend Michael, who's the minister over the spiritual center, the Agape International Spiritual Center in Culver City, California, he's in the documentary. So most of the people from the late great Bob Proctor, Lisa Nichols, Jack Canfield, I got to hang out with those people, hug those people, break bread with those people. Such a blessing. And I remember, I never forget when that documentary came out, it was like, whoa, it was kind of like, like you see the people lined up at the Oscars, to go into the Oscars. We had all of these people at our spiritual center, which every Sunday would probably be 1,000 people there. There were 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people, and that opened up like 3 services just to get into the spiritual center, just to be around that energy. And it would be, 30-minute, an hour line just to get in. It was just such a blessing when that documentary came out. And what The Secret is about is the law of attraction. And again, the law of attraction is whatever you focus on expands. Whatever you put your intention on expands. And I just remember all of my entire life, most of the things that I focused on, kind of happened. I got so many wonderful demonstrations of this law. And I'm sure if you can think to yourself right now, you watching this video, if you kind of think back at some of the things that have happened in your life, you actually created it. It probably unfolded in your life exactly how you thought it in your mind. And the secret to the law of attraction, if you haven't watched that documentary, The Secret, I highly recommend it. And I will put a link down in the description. And while we're saying down in the description, go ahead right now, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel, and share this video. Share it now or share it at the end of the video, but share this video. This is the kind of content you will see from me going forward. So I want to talk about the demonstration of how powerful the law of attraction works and how it's worked in my life. And this is just one example of how it worked in my life. And it's almost like it unfolded almost like a movie. This is 100% factual. I can't make this stuff up how it happened in my life. All right, so this is how the law of attraction happened in my life. Just one example. I got so many wonderful examples, but this is one example. I was in Hollywood, in LA, and I'll never forget, I'm flying home to visit my family in Orlando. So at home in Orlando, having a good time, and I'm going out with one of my really, really good friends, and I'll just call him T, but me and T, we're going out, we're downtown Orlando, and we're both like, dressed up, looking suave, for the young ladies, looking cool. And he put on these shades. These shades were like, whoa, these shades were fly. And I had some fly shades too, but I left them at home. I was like, oh man. I was like, man, I wish I'd have left my shades I wish I'd have brought my shades. And he's like, oh man, you're gonna be cool. You ain't gotta worry about it. And I was like, yeah. I said, man, I wish I would have brought my shades. And and if you know Orlando, we're parked on Orange Avenue. So we're going across the street on Orange Avenue. And as I'm crossing the street, I look down and I find a pair of shades. They're almost like mine and his. They were fly shades, like the ones I had at home. Fly shades. I cannot make this here up, right? So I pick up the shades. None of the arms are broken. They're not cracked or anything. The shades are like in perfect condition. I was like, whoa, check this. He's like, yo, man, it might be your night, right? So I pick up the shades, right? I put the shades on. We both got our shades on at night, looking fly, right? Downtown Orlando. We're going to this club. And before we get to the club, we hear some people, see some people in this other bar or something. They're doing, it was like an open mic spoken word. So we walked in and all eyes were on us. And I was like, I jumped on the mic. I did a couple of my poems. I was not expecting to do poetry that night, but I wound up doing some poetry. So we had a cocktail there. After that, we go to this club that we were going to. So we walk into the club, and I honestly speaking, I felt like a celebrity up in that joint. Me and my man. Everybody, all of the ladies was checking us out. We got total VIP treatment, and a couple beautiful young ladies came up. So what's up with you fellas? And you guys know how Orlando is. Well, they offered to buy us drinks. So bought us drinks. Long story short, my friend T, he dated the one young lady for a couple of years after that night. So I'm heading out a few days later, leaving Orlando, right? And I got these shades I found right off of Orange Avenue on the curb of the sidewalk. I mean, it's just like, whoa, it's just like a movie, right? So, but I also got my shades that I had left at home. So I give those shades to my sister Lisa. I give her, she's like, I like those shades, bro. So I gave her my original shades, and I kept the ones I found on the curb on Orange Avenue, right? And so I'm getting on the airplane, and this was I think it was either in Orlando or we had a layover in Houston or something. I think it was in Orlando. Yeah, it was in Orlando, right? And I'm at the time, I'm spiritual, I'm meditating every day. I was in the hippie, and I still am, but I was really in the hippie chick. So I see this young lady. She has on like her Doc Martin boots and stuff, and just looking hippie-fied, and I was just checking her out, and it was time to check in, right? So I go, to get ready to get on the plane. I was like, man, I mean, I liked her, actually. I liked her. And I was running late, to get on the plane. And so I get my seat, get on the airplane, and this little hippie chick sits right by me. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. So she winds up sitting by me, and I'll never forget, her name is Maggie Hollander. So we kept in touch for many years after that. I never saw her again. We were really good phone buddies for a while, but I never saw her again. And she happens to be from the state I'm in now. I'm in Seattle, Washington State, and she was on one of the islands here, but we never saw each other after that date. But when she sat down beside me, she was like, oh man, I hated rushing. I wanted to get some shades. And without hesitation, I was like, I gave her the shades that I found on Orange Avenue on the street. I said, these are for you, without hesitation. And it almost brought tears to my eyes, because I told her that entire story that I just recanted it to you about finding the shades. But I was like, it was just like mystical and magical, because when I needed the shades, I was like, oh man, I wish I'd have brought my shades. The universe provided the shades for me, and I had another pair that I gave my sister already at home, and those other shades, I was like, oh, that was meant for her. That was meant for her. So what's the likelihood of me finding those shades in perfect condition on a sidewalk, all the way to seeing this young lady that I was attracted to? There's no way that, how is she gonna sit right by me? She sat right by me, to her saying, oh man, I had to rush. I really wanted to get some shades, to me saying, these shades are for you. And so that's the law of attraction happening at its finest demonstration, that came in my life, that demonstrated in my life. And I'm sure a lot of you watching probably have had similar demonstrations in your life. So that's why I wanted to talk about the law of attraction. So I highly encourage you to check out the documentary. The Secret is free. I'm going to include a link below. Same below that I hope you like the video and subscribe and comment. Why not? Shoot me a comment. Good, bad, whatever, indifferent, and suggestions of the content you would like to hear from me. But that is how the law of attraction works. I will go a little deeper into the law of attraction, and on my next video I will actually give you a law of attraction that and a little bit more details about why I'm giving it to you. But if you use this in your life, and it's only gonna take 3 to 5 minutes a day, you will start seeing instant manifestation happening in your life. How basically you're gonna be hacking the reality into reality, hacking the space-time continuum in an extent. So I'll tell you about that on my next video. Now, these things that I showed you here, what this here is, I haven't put it on the market, but for the people watching this video right now, this here is a product I developed that makes you look younger. These products here, if you are interested, you want to become younger, you want to feel healthier, this is something you only have to buy or purchase or whatever if you're interested one time. I'll tell you about it. It's a quantum device, a quantum dynamic that hacks into the spiritual, physical nature of our reality. And this is something you put on your skin to make you look younger. So if you're interested, shoot me a DM. Call me if you have my number. If not, no worries. I'm gonna be putting it on Amazon, places like that later on. I probably won't even bring that up again, but this is the law of attraction. So if you wanna look younger, not like in 6 months, but like right after 1 or 2 applications, and start looking younger and younger. And I tell you a couple things that hack the code, your code, to help you become younger. Because if the thing about it, it's not about vanity or anything like that. It's about being the best version of yourself. For me, I want to honor my physical body as long as I can while I'm on the planet. So in any case, I'm rambling, but if it's something you're interested in, shoot me an email, a message, DM. You got my information. Blessings, family. I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you soon.